Hi guys, welcome to another video of LabView tutorial. So in this video, we are going to learn how we can create an array with the help of a for loop. So we already covered for loop in the previous video. So we are going to take the same example and we are going to learn how we can fill a array by using a for loop. So right now what I want to do is I just want to have a function. So I'm going to start from the block diagram. I'm gonna go into the function palette and into the numeric, and I'm gonna take a random number generator function. So this function is gonna do is like it's gonna generate a random number on every iteration. So what I'm gonna do is I just need a indicator to show the random number. So whenever I would run the program, this random number is gonna generate a random number, and then I need a indicator to see the random number. So that's why I'm gonna create a indicator here. Okay, so till now it's fine. And now if I want to have a for loop, so for that what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna here go into the functions, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna select for loop. And then you can, I already explained even in the previous video, you can generate a for loop like that, and it's gonna be a stack of papers. It look like a stack of paper, while the while loops looks like a solid gray boundary. Okay, so I already have this function, and this is the iteration, and this is the iteration number representation. I can create an indicator here which is gonna show me how many iterations the for loop have completed, or here at the number at the n I need to provide like how many iterations I want to have for the for loop. So create a constant, and then I need to give the number of iteration, like how many times I want to run this for loop. So let's say I want to run this for loop 10 times. Okay, so if now I'm gonna run the code, so what I'm gonna do is, like as you can see here, if I'm gonna move this maybe into the middle of the screen, and now if I'm gonna run the code, so you can know, like you can see like this code is gonna run 10 times, and this is the value, this is the last value which random number generator function has created. Sorry for distraction, but if you think my videos are helpful for you, or if you are a serious LabView learner, then I am gonna highly recommend you can go into the description of this video, and then you can find a course link where I have over 5 hours of video where I explain each and every tool in very detailed and with an example as well. And if you have any ideas about collaborations, if you have some projects or assignments, any tasks, feel free to write me in my email, which is also in the description of this video. Thank you. But the point is, like if you want to see all the random number which is generated by this function, so how you are gonna see? So for that what you can do is, I would just like to add a connection between the line of the output of the random number function generator, and then I need to connect it with the edge of the for loop. Maybe I need to connect it again like that. So it's gonna create a square box with the brackets inside. So it means like it's gonna do automatic indexing. So what it's gonna do, like whenever every time the random number function generator is gonna create a value, so it's gonna index every time into the array. And now what I need to do is I just need to have an indicator. So I'm gonna create an indicator here. So because it's gonna automatically indexing, so that's why it's not gonna create an indicator. So although I created an indicator, but automatically it creates an array because it's gonna save all the values. So that's why it created an array. So let's bring this array here into the middle of the screen, and because it's gonna array, so it should have more entries. So I'm gonna expand it like that. And now if I'm gonna run the program, so you can see like the random number generator function created the last value which was 0.57, and into the array it was the same value 0.5739, the same value which this random function have generated. So in this way what we can do is we can just fill or create any array. But there is a point, like if you don't want to have auto indexing and you want to see just the last value, then what you can do is, again I'm gonna connect the output of the random function generator to the end of the for loop, and right now it's gonna be same square and it's auto indexing, but we have another option. If I'm gonna right click on this, and then what I can do is I can just change the tunnel mode. Like right now it's in automatically by default it's selecting indexed. So if I'm gonna change it, I just want to see the last value. So I can select the last value, and then what I need to do is I just need to create a indicator here. Indicator. So this is indicator because right now I don't want to use auto indexing, and I want to see only the last value. So that's why I change the options, I change the setting from indexing to last value, and now I created an indicator here. And now when I'm gonna run the code, so you can see the random function generator created the last value, which was 0.6567. Same value is stored into the array, which is used by auto indexing. So it is 0.6567 same value, and here by using the last value function we can see the value is same. So in this way what we can do is we can create or we can fill any array by using for loop. So we can have auto indexing on, or we can just choose a last value or whatever. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to support this channel, where you are gonna find a lot of lab videos and tutorials. And if you are a serious LabView learner, I am gonna highly recommend you can go into the description of this video and you can find my course link, where I have over 5 hours of LabView videos in which I have explained each and every tool in a very detailed video with an example as well. And if you have some projects or assignments or tasks, feel free to write me on my email, which is also given in the description.